Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rose Point Park in Singleton for our Lucas Holmes and my first game of calling Black Diamond Cup football for the huge clash between the Singleton Roosters and the Wyong Magpies. Good afternoon to the great Lucas J. Holmes.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, you said this promises to be a mouthwatering clash here at Rose Point Park, David.
Most certainly does. So, Lucas, kicking which way, please?
Singleton winning the toss, David, and kicking right to left on your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a slight breeze. You can see in the back pine up there on the top left-hand of the screen, there's a slight breeze, not too much. Look, this is a huge game. Singleton just outside the 7, Wyong just in. Two sides that have come up from the plate competition last year. And Singleton's had a horror month in which they've had to go to Gosford, Terrigal and Newcastle and got touched up. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And no changes there, Louis, so we're right there with Wyong. And the Lakes have gone okay. They're going to miss Chris Coop, folks, today, badly. First chance for Lucas Knight to have a real good look at these two sides. Here we've got some other duties. We'll catch up with these two sides later on in the season. And really looking forward to a great game of football. Can't quite pick them between the two of them. It's going to be it could be one of those things that goes either way, Louis, I reckon. And for mine, Singleton, it depends on. I'd be fascinated to see where Andrew Scott ends up. He's been playing in the half-back line for Singleton this year. When he moved from the half-back line into the centre last week in Canberra, he was sublime. I know that we discussed that. And also, where does Brasington play? Yeah, it's important. I'm sure you'll agree with me that Andrew Scott was outstanding last week in the second half.
He was, David, especially when Coach Bilkey moved him from that half-back role into the, as we call it, the defensive centre position. David, he did a magnificent job.
Interesting that Travis Bates has come back into the cup side. Travis will probably pay it as square, I'd imagine, and try and get the ball to ground and take some good, strong marks. Centurion from a couple of years ago, Lucas Holmes, was Travis Bates.
Yep, from their First Division winning premiership side, David.
Indeed. Lucas, late changes, please. For Wyong Lakes as our per program.
Yep.
Could you give everybody the advice, please, on the changes for Singleton?
Yep, so from the side that we had in front of us, number 20, Josh Childs, has been replaced by Brad Barnett in jumper number 20, and Jesse Vincent has gone out of their side. The umpires this afternoon, David, field umpires Sam O'Brien, Nathan Slater and Tom Stewart, boundary umpires Colin Goodenough and Bowen Flockhart, and goal umpires Shane Lowndes and Rachel Goodenough. Speaking of umpires, David, joined this afternoon by sitting next to us is umpire extraordinaire Joey O'Brien.
Great to have Joey here at football. It's good to have you here, mate, and good luck I believe you've got Sydney Uni and North Shore at Blacktown tomorrow, so it's great to have you back here. It's a pleasure to have you, one of the best umpires from our league in a long, long time, and he was telling us earlier on he's enjoying umpiring footy in Sydney, so good to have you here, mate. Just about ready to rock and roll here at Rose Point. Can't wait for this. Should be a belter this afternoon. With thanks to our major sponsor, Hunter Haval, East Maitland and Cardiff. There's some end of financial year details on Facebook during the week from Hunter Haval that were posted. Get along to East Maitland and Cardiff and go and speak to them about some EOFY deals. The H9, which is the top vehicle in their stable, has been reviewed very favourably recently, especially for price value for money. So get along and try Hunter Haval. Lucas Holmes.
Yep, David. And for Wyong Lakes as well, it'll be interesting to see how, as we were talking about earlier, Braden Toss goes, David. Lee Moore in the centre of the ground and Tim Hillman towards the front of the ground, David.
Lucas will be with you. Keep going through.
Yep,
mate.
as both teams leave their respective huddles and head to the centre of the ground of what is the Bar TV match of the round for Hunter Haval for round 7 of this Black Diamond AFL season for 2018. So Tom Stewart in the middle, ready to take control of this game.
Thank you for your time again. I really appreciate it.
As both teams approaching the centre of the ground, here we are. Sam Brasington just going past the umpire in the centre there. David, looks like he's playing the centre of the ground, Sam Brasington.
Now, where's Andrew Scott? So Mitchell's gone here, the defensive side of the centre. Brasington attacking. Now, where is Andrew Scott? I can't see him yet. I'm assuming he's over at halfback. Yeah, he is. He's almost at centre halfback, so really interesting. So Braden Todd, and in fact, that's not Toz in the ruck to start with. So it's, again, pardon our unfamiliarity. We've hardly called these sides in the last couple of years. We'll get it going during the game. Up we go. Fitzgerald and Charlton in the first ruck. Mitchell gets a handball out. Right down there at ground level. Looks like Dane Coburn, was it? No, in the headgear was Ben Graham. Umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. Brasington on his own, that is dangerous. Yeah, actually gets his hands in that football, can't quite secure it. Coming out the back door was 41, who I haven't got on my list, Lucas Holmes. We'll have to check that out. Andrew Scott, handball's out. This will hit someone right, lace out, drops it, what he otherwise should have taken, and he's in trouble. That's got to be holding the ball. 23's Charlton, and we'll take a free kick and put Wyong Lakes deep into attack. Got a calf bandage there by the look of it on his right leg. Goes inside 50 and picked off by Pup Mitchell. So Mitchell's over there looking for options. They've got to move. Finds an option, Jared Cross, who kicked 5 goals recently in a match. Sorry, I beg your pardon, that's Brandon Quinn, my bad. Oh, couldn't he be picked off? No, well done, Moore. Away he goes, down the flank, and finds Fitzgerald. Gets him into the 50-metre arc. Travis Bates has got to get in front. Brasington handballs out, lightning hands. Bates can't quite get it out. Quinn's in there. Out the ball comes. Wyong Lakes do well. Now, is that going to go out in the full? It does not. Stays in, actually, remarkably. Quinn dragged out of it, I thought. And out of bounds. Jacob Walsh tries to keep it in. So, enterprising start here. Lucas Holmes has got scoring duties in this game, so I can keep you up to date. Minute 45 elapsed time. Colin Goodenough, one of our best boundary umpires, gets that in. Charlton. No one can grab it. And that's a push in the back, I would have thought. No, not paid.
On that point of Braden Toss, David, in the sheet we have, he's listed on the halfback flank, so possibly starts there.
Interesting. Oh, through comes Scott, gets it out the extractor, goes up towards 50. Lucas grabs that bit of paper. Ball held in dispute there behind the Colin Allen 10. Braden Toss is in there. Lucas, could you go behind us, please, and find out? Oh, no, it's actually a free kick. I beg your pardon. I thought that was that ball held in. Free kick to the Maggies. Gets a 45-metre bit of that. Gets it. Oh, Lily pulls off a one-hander, Welsh. We've got a number 41 out there, and I don't have 41 on my sheet. I'll just check that. Have you got the Wyong Lake sheet there? 41, 40. Oh, so Jack Bennett has gone to 41, Lucas. So I'll fix it up in a moment. But Bennett is 41. There is number 3 up the top.
Yep.
He's now in 41, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll get that right through the day. Put his head over the football. Mitchell, ball sprays out. Doyle's in there for Lakes. Quinn's in underneath that one. And Graham, smothered and touched. Clearly indicated by Colin Goodenough. Right on centre wing. It remains a glorious afternoon here in Singleton. Throw in coming in here, right into the sun. All curves in the air, completely lost in the sun. That's extraordinary. He must be thrown right into it. Comes out. Oh, good tackle. That should be holding the football. Advantage paid. Rode him in the ground, I would have thought. Yeah, and I know he's paid a free kick to Bennett, has he? Brasington's, no. Oh, that's a remarkable free kick. I thought Brasington got ridden into the ground. Away they go to the Lakes. Let's forget that. Tyler Wood. Short and picked off by Welsh. Looks like he's got a decent pair of hands. Walsh goes backwards. Right deep in defence. Coburn saying settle down. 12 is Wilkes. Goes wide down, wide as he possibly can. He's got to touch that. That's an excellent mark from Potter. That must be just inside the line. Oh, smothered by Toz. Now, what can Braden do? Looks for a handball, goes left-handed. Oh, well done there. Goes long, picked off by Walsh. No, he didn't take the mark. Here they come now. Can they get to the pup? Mitchell's got to get that out. Oh, lovely step by Mitchell. Harassed and harangued by McFan. Good forward McFan is. And that's a behind. Is it? No, out of bounds in the full. Rachel Goodenough said that's out of bounds in the full. So, free kick. And who's going to take it, Lucas? I think the player running for the football. Well, yeah. Just a slight delay. Here's the big open expanses at Rose Point Park. Oh, that's a nice cup of coffee, Louis. You can see, again, we were talking about in the women's, you see how dry it is in this part of New South Wales. Have a look at the area back there that's not irrigated. It's just dry on this riverbed. Dane Coburn goes wide. magnificent kick to Scott. Scott usually delivers well, gets the ball in front of Carroll. Can he keep it in front? He can. Looks a bit like an ex-Port Adelaide player, Mitchell. Keeps that ball in front. Toz goes crashing through. Graham at the back here. All dragged out of it, I thought, almost pushing the back. Brasington tries to step his man, gets it out, needs some help. There's 5 Lakes players around him. 27 was Hillman, gets it out, and away they go, the Lakes. I think that might be Laxer. Gets it long, in fact goes short. Oh, there was 1-on-2. Welsh is going to do well here. Dragged him out of that, should be holding the man, and paid. So free kick here to Tyler Wood, and he's well within kicking distance, Lucas Holmes. And I think that the breeze has got a touch of northerly, so I think he'll be kicking downwind as the presentation's going on near us, which is what you can hear in your effects microphones.
Yeah, Tyler would probably be kicking around that 40-metre mark, David. As you said, not much angle to speak of. First real shot at goal of this game.
After 6 1/4 minutes, Lucas Holmes.
No, it's Tyler Wood. Goes through his routine. Goal umpire does not move. Does Rachel good enough? It's a goal for Tyler Wood.
Lucas will read the score while we have a bit of a fiddle around here. Yep.
Wyong Lakes, 1 goal straight 6, leading Singleton no score after 6 3/4 minutes.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature pack premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and the range of affordable SUVs, starting from just $24,990 drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Oh, good work, Toz. Really got a good leap there. Bennett in 41, which is a change of number, of course. Moore leads the way, steps Bennett. Oh, Bennett does enough and worries him out of that. He's done very well. 34's Drizal, gets it out. Welsh actually gets that one out. He's had a good start to the game, Welsh. Finds Potter. Interesting handball, and that's going to go out, I think, in front of Toz. Charlton, I'm fascinated that Toz is starting at half-back and not on the ball. It's really interesting to me, Louis. Well picked up there earlier.
Looks like that's Charlton again. Sorry, David.
It was, but Toz has gone to the left, just screened to half-back. Well run by Fitzgerald. Ball comes forward for Singleton. What can they do to answer Wyong's opening salvo? That's a throw, not paid. 29's Murphy, gets it out. Charlton's there coming. Oh, well done. Really well done. Quick and with speed. Bates in front. Got to get hands the ball. He's got 1-on-3. Looking for a handball here. Gets it away. Well done, Bates. Potter. Can they get a foot to ball here? Bates, another handball. Oh, good tackle, I thought. And out of bounds on the full. Good forward pressure there, Lucas Holmes. And Andrew McPherson, who's the women's coach, is going to get a free kick here. Goes back with his left foot. Mitchell. And Welsh is on his own behind play. Wyong Lakes shut that down. Welsh has got it 65 metres out. Doesn't quite get that. Gets enough of it. Bates well in front there. That's where he's got to be all day. That's where he's going to be dangerous. Lovely hand. Bates has got a lot of the football in the last couple of minutes. Up towards the hot spot. Fair contest coming. Who can get first ball? Number 1's Carroll. Smothered. Comes back. Gets a little kick to that goes 1 metre. Charlton gets it away from trouble for Wyong for the moment. And Pup Mitchell sits there and intercepts just off centre wing. Left footer. Perfect delivery. Oh, wasn't that lovely to watch. And Cam White's got a kick inside 50 to get the Roosters back level. Wasn't that lovely delivery? Lucas Holmes.
It was. Bullet light there from Alex Pup Mitchell. No more, not much further than head height. About a 35 to 40 metre bullet pass. Hitting Cam White lace out.
White taking his time. 45 out. I don't think he's got the distance, and it's in fact shanked it, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. Goal umpire Lowndes says that one's out. Wyong Lakes have a free kick deep in their back line. Little short pass comes out, has to be perfect and is. Bennett. No, it's not actually. It's McDonald. Left footer. I was pushed out by Scott, I thought. No, mark paid. I thought Andrew Scott dead set pushed him in the back. Just nudged him out. Cam White takes an uncontested mark. Running backwards. Play on call. White. Looking for forward options. Carroll can't quite take the mark. Bates is sitting off here. Goes to the left footer. Travis Bates has missed with a left foot out of bounds on the full. And Wyong Lakes will take a free kick deep in their defence. Number 7 is Keaton Jones. He's sitting back there. 5 is Brandon Quinn. Will go onto the mark here. 27 was Hillman. Short pass. Oh, he's roosted that. That's gone 60. Scott at the back takes a mark. Lovely judgment from the great man. Kicks that forward off 1 foot. He's found some open pasture. Potter gets a handball out, if you call that a handball to long. Ducks, and it's gone out of bounds, I reckon. Yeah. So, we have 1 straight 6 Wyong Lakes after 11 minutes elapsed time, and Singleton yet to score here at Rose Point Park. Bar TV Match of the Round, brought to you by Hunter Haval, East Maitland and Cardiff. Oh, good tackle. But just continued on. Gee, I thought there was a decision coming there. Brasington, who has been quiet early. Potter. Now, someone's got dragged out. I reckon Braden Toz has got a holding the man free kick. Against Brasington?
Yes.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah, I thought it just saw it in the corner of my eye. Well played. Brasington's on the mark. Braden Toz. Looking at his options. Will be called to play on shortly, I would have thought. Left-footed. And picked off beautifully by McPherson. McPherson's looking for his options. He's going to come square. Finds Howard. Oh, picked off by Laxa from Wyong Lakes. In there is Tyler Wood. All sorts of trouble at the back. Stokes. Out that ball comes handball. There's lots and lots of pressure here. It's good football. Mitch McDonald gets a scrubby left footer. Yeah, they'll tell him to go back to plays at the back. And this will come back to Scott. Coburn eventually gets rid of that football and he needs that ball to go out. It doesn't. Little short handball comes out at McDonald, eventually out of bounds. So out of bounds, centre wing. Score check, Lucas Holmes, please.
1 goal straight, 6 Wyong Lakes. No score for Singleton. 12 and 3/4 minutes gone in this first quarter, David.
Thank you, Lucas. Not sure who got that tapped out. It's hard to tell. Welsh gets that football. He's got a lot of touches early. Good defence from Stokes. That ball eventually is kept in somehow. Moore. And scrubby kick is picked off by Cam White. Where are they? Scott's running for him. Scott's short. He'll go to him. Finds the captain coach. Goes square and they've transferred play beautifully. Off towards Dane Coburn. He's got all sorts of time. Interesting, playing the same number as his sister. 23 is off. That's long. Away he goes. Deep into the attacking 50. Oh, at the back. Here's a chance, Roosters. Oh, he should have taken his time, and he does. Job done by Joe Carroll. Goal to Singleton. And we've got 1 straight apiece. 1 straight each after an opportunist goal from Joe Carroll. Lucas Holmes is having trouble with the scores. Belmont 16 Footies is located on picturesque Lake Macquarie. It's one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond Australian Football League.
There we go.
And Lucas is having an interesting moment. Pens going everywhere and
Live scoring. Being great as normal.
Having a hissy fit, yes. Charlton and Fitzgerald. Charlton wins that clearly. Dragged out of it, I thought. Smothered off the boot from Hillman. Mitchell can't quite pick it up. 18 is Raslin. Ball goes forward for the Lakes. Rover's got a chance here. Moore, can he finish? No, he cannot. First behind of the afternoon. Wyong Lakes 1-1-7. And Singleton 1 straight 6. From Rose Point Park in Singleton. Lovely setup down here on the floodplain. Hunter River's just behind us, Louis. And as I said earlier on, the busiest train line, I reckon, in country Australia is just behind us with all the coal trains. Dane Coburn's got the football. You can tell by the man bun. Straight down the centre, or just off centre, actually. Looking for Ruck. Oh! What a specky! Sam Brasington, that's a contender. Oh, sensational Brasington at the back of the pack. Gets the ball out to McPherson. Oh, goodness me. He's gone higher than Everest there. Superb. Brandon Quinn on centre wing. Lovely mark. Potter stretching. Big solid unit, this fella. Gets the ball into 50, slightly off the side of the boots. Carroll's got to go and does. Oh, beautifully rove White. Bates is just going to run into an open goal and does. Goal, Travis Bates sitting at the back. 2 goals in a row to Singleton. The Roosters, 2 straight 12. Wyong Lakes, 117. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also a proud sponsor of the BDAFL women's competition.
Lucas Holmes, talk us through Sam Brasington's specky.
Well done there by Sam Brasington, coming a bit from the back there with his height reaching over the top, and as you put it, David, bring in that specky. He says, take that, Jack Hardman, I think.
He does. It's a contender. I think Jack might have covered that. I'd love to see Rip. And the thing is with that, he's got such clean handage and he's bounced down and it didn't bobble. It was first timer. 2 straight goals to the Chookies. Charlton here. Ball out from the centre. Moore. 12 is cross. Oh, good tackle. Excellent tackle. Asking for a decision. And don't get one. So it's a ball up. Cross kicked 5 recently, and they'll have to keep an eye on him, the Roosters. So Charlton's still on the ruck, which is interesting for mine. Fitzgerald in against him. Fitzgerald gets that one out. Little short handball. Andrew Scott's got to try and stay on his foot. He can't. Cross. He's got 1 on 3. I've got to get rid of that now. Does. Comes off the back. Andrew Scott. Little lightning handball. Superbly done, really. Quinn, short pass, hits his man. In Carroll, kicked the first goal. Looking lively here, shocking kick, and that is the luckiest kick in Australia. Quinn steps his man, gets a handball out towards Moore. Trouble, gone, good defence, Wyong Lakes. Lee Moore, vastly experienced player. Now it's not Moore, it's actually Tim Hillman, who's been in reports every week, is playing good football for Wyong. Play on called. Oh, gets his man in the air. Away he goes. Hillman. Oh, picked off Brasington. Goes long and low and hard. Oh, should have been taken there by Carroll. Bates. Going to kick that round the corner. Can he get to someone? Oh, ball just swerves in there. Fitzgerald. Gets that. If he kicks out, that's remarkable. And it's kept in.
It's hit the post.
Yeah, I reckon so. I thought that almost went over the line. That's a throw in, which is a wonderful result for Singleton. So we have 11 minutes. Oh, that can't be right.
Right.
Yep.
That's when we...
The clock's had a hissy fit. So deep into this first quarter. Singleton up by 5 points here at Rose Point Park. Tap out. Mitchell's got a chance here. He's left-footed, but he gets rid of it. Handball. Picked off by Bennett. Little short handball to Charlton. Oh, actually, that's a 1 metre kick that's legitimate. Brasington puts his body on the line. Gets it out with a lovely handball. Mitchell. Some quality here. Welsh. It'll go back to Mitchell, and it'll go over his head. That's not hard. Turns his man, steps his man, and gets back on his left. Low direct kick. Bates almost marks it. Out from Hillman. Has a look. No options. Gets a handball out to Jones. Oh, he's thrown that. Quinn out. White. Back to McPherson. Goes to the left foot, check side kick, goes backwards to maintain possession. Mitchell will step his man and get onto his left. It goes further back. That's Howard. Short pass. Brasington looked to go. Now that's 50. Gracious me, that's a really interesting decision actually, because I thought Brasington was going, but whether or not it went off the mark or not, it's an interesting fact there. Now, I'm looking at the umpire live here. Yeah, he's going to kick from about 42 or 43. It's a real opportunity to kick the Roosters 3rd in a row here, Lucas Holmes.
Yeah, 3 straight goals as well in fairly quick succession, David.
Brasington kicking into a slight breeze. Goes short. Oh, no marker. Welsh is on his own, 20 metres out. You can see Welsh just quietly. And there's quarter time. So here's a real opportunity for Welsh. For those that are new to our game, he cannot play on. He's just got to take his shot at goal for an 11-point lead. Does it. So Singleton finished with the last 3 goals of that quarter, actually to Jacob Welsh, and the quarter time score. Singleton 3 straight 18. Wyong Lakes 117. Goal kickers for Singleton: Trav Bates, Joe Carroll, and Jacob Welsh. And for Wyong Lakes, Tyler Wood. Lucas Holmes, quick thoughts before a break?
Very physical contest to start this game, David. Both sides going hammer and tong at the ball and at each other. Been made for a very intriguing viewing this first quarter.
Singleton's running players started to come right into it in the back half of that quarter, Lucas. We'll have a short break here from Rose Point Park and be back with you shortly with a Hunter Haval BDAFL Match of the Week from Rose Point Park in Singleton.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors:
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club,
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7,
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds,
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery,
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
Welcome back to Rose Point Park in Singleton, with Singleton leading by 11 points, 3 straight to 1-1. Lucas Holmes, a couple of big games in this couple of weeks, both feature a massive test for Warners Bay. They've got Terrigal-Avoca, then Newcastle City, home then away in 7 days. Very big test of legitimacy for the Bulldogs, in my opinion.
Yeah, it will be, David. Glad to have Jake Roach back today with their trip down the F3 to visit Adcock Park and the Gosford Tigers this afternoon.
Yeah, well, we might try and go onto the website at a later stage and have a quick look at some scores. In fact, we might be able to do that now while the players are still having a final chat. We'll get you some quick scores. If Lucas can bring them up for me, and I'll run through them for you briefly, if we can bring them up.
The ladder.
That's the ladder, yeah, that's useful. Lucas Holmes, he's a legend. So, very close there at Adcock Park. Warners Bay 3-2, Gosford 2-4. Killarney Vale 6-5, no surprise. Lake Macquarie 1-1. Maitland going okay, 2 straight. Cardiff 3-4. Singleton here. And that's that's a late start. Lucas, can you go on and check for me, please, the score in the Newcastle City Novas and Nelson Bay? That's got massive ramifications for the 7. Nelson Bay were undefeated before today. So, they stay that way. Wow. They're touching on it. So that game is still going, and it's 8-11-59 Nelson Bay. Newcastle City 1-3. 1-3. Just keep going, please. Can you just keep scrolling? So at the start of the fourth, it was 52-9, 59-9. So the Marlins have turned it right on the Novas. So you can start to see, Lucas, that the Stars and Nelson Bay are starting to pull away from the pack, aren't they?
They sure are, David. Jakowski for the Marlins has kicked a bag of 5.
Wow. So, you know what's changed there is the Marlins are starting to kick bigger scores and they've got a strike forward. So, very interesting there. I must admit, I'm surprised at that result. I thought the Marlins and Novas would have been worth the price of admission, but they're touching them right up. Back here to Rose Point. This lovely setup of sporting precinct down on the floodplain of the Hunter River. With the main shopping area just behind. You can see the shopping mall behind us, the main shopping precinct of Singleton just behind us on the eastern side. So, just about ready to rock and roll. Potter's gone into the ruck, I reckon, here, Lucas Holmes, with Charlton. So, McPherson's in there, Brasington, and Putt Mitchell's gone at the defensive position here. Away we go, Charlton and Potter. Imagine Charlton. No, Charlton gets it, second tap. Out there's Hillman. Out from Brasington. Fires out a handball to Potter. Great tackle, Hillman. What's it going to be paid there? Umpire says, I'll have it. So Hillman did enough to stop the push in the back. Up the ball goes. Potter, Charlton comes over the top, gets out. Well-read Mitchell. Handball out, McPherson, left-footed. Who's he found? Bates is in front! When he's in front, Lucas, he's an entirely different proposition. Travis Bates is an unusual two-handed drop normally. And he's going to kick from no more than 30 metres out. In fact, probably 25. For Singleton's 4th in a row, Lucas. And this starts to put some leeway between them. Bates going through his routine. Gets it away. And just waiting on Rachel Goodenough. I think he's kicked it. He has. Second goal, Travis Bates. Singleton, 4 straight, 24. Wyong Lakes, 117. Lucas Holmes.
ISC has been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL.
Singleton starting to look impressive. There's certain truth to the whisper that Singleton are a much stronger side when they're at home. They're just an entirely different proposition. And looking good here at the moment.
They are.
Lakes have got to come back at them shortly. Sorry, Lou, we'll catch up.
No, they are, David. Travis Bates has been very impressive early in this first quarter and a bit as well. Not only his goal kicking prowess, but his forward pressure especially, and handball skills in that first quarter have been spot on so far.
Charlton and Potter. Charlton gets another one out. Read by Mitchell, who gets a forearm up, actually. Gets a bit lucky. Brasington tells him to go backwards. Welsh is in all sorts and should be pinged. And has he been pinged? He has. Lovely tackle, Lee Moore. That's the correct play for the ball. Moore, who's been in their best every week this year. Goes long into the 50. Picked off by one of the best players in the league, Andrew Scott. Goes wide immediately to Cameron White. No. That's dangerous. Had to be perfect and was, and finds Quinn. Running for him is Chalker, and away he goes. No, sorry, it's not Chalker, it's Howard. Good transmission of play. Bates is in front again. He's got sticky hands today. That might come back to Trav, and there's another handball coming. Out to McPherson. One more and they're away. No, couldn't quite do it. Here's a contest. Goes to the Ronaldo tactics and avoids the contest. Welsh, does very well, but has to go to ground. Bennett handball over. Scott, immediate handball. Hits his man in McPherson. Charlton intercepts. Goes long. Should be picked off easily, and there's Cam White. Knows where to be, this fella. Goes square. Alex Mitchell. Yeah, Lucas is pointing to the top of screen. Finds Dane Coburn. No, that's not Coburn. That's Richard Wilkes. That's Dane Coburn. Lucas Holmes. Again, Singleton's starting to look really good with the footy here. Helps when you kick it to Samuel Brasington, I'll tell you. Off 2 steps, goes high. Carroll at the back. Bates comes over the top, very confident. Fitzgerald, can the ruckman finish from there? He can. What a lovely effort. Patrick Fitzgerald roving for a 6'5" rover. Singleton, 5 successive goals. 5 straight 30. Wyong Lakes 117. LJ.
Prime 7 in 2018. Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Massive challenge being thrown up to Wyong Lakes right here, right now. That's 5 in a row, and they've got the run of play, despite the fact that Charlton's winning the taps here. So really interesting let's see what Wyong Lakes have got as a rebound from here. Without, of course, Chris Coop, folks.
Well, you and I both find it astonishing that Braden Toss hasn't found himself in the middle yet, and there must be a tactical reason behind that, David.
Wilkes, left footer. McPherson can't quite get there. In fact, goes to ground. Opens up play for Leicester. Smothered. Singleton are all over him like a cheap suit here at the moment. Bates in front again. Lovely little toe poke out. Does a good job. Stokes. Left footer. Well, the call is deliberate. And the central umpire says, no, back in your box. And it'll be a throw-in. Bowen Flockhart's trotting around, and he'll take a throw-in. It's a good piece of that. Nice strong arm. Quinn, left footer, scrubby little kick. Coming from the side, Moore roving beautifully. Hillman. That might go out on the it stayed in. That's remarkable skills. Right just in front of Justin McPhan, who hasn't really got great delivery so far today. Can be a very effective forward, the big fella. Umpire Flockhart, boundary umpire Flockhart's got this ball. The great Paul Kelly there in number 2. PK. Down to Canberra with the lads last week. Good man, good football man. No one actually wins that tap. It comes to ground. Bracington trying to tap it out. Excellently done, Potter. Gets that ball, hoofs it forward. Need Rovers. Stokes, he's been actually quite good. Oh, what a speculator. Great catch and slips there by Doyle. Sean Marsh would have been pleased with that one, Lucas Holmes. Alex Mitchell, that's 50. He wasn't, whoa, woo. Gee, that was close. Short ball, beautifully picked off by Nathan Doyle. Cascades down the middle. Andrew Scott's under a bit of pressure here. You watch him get out of this. Left-footed, does it again. Coburn's got to be good for him here. Is wide. Little short right foot kick. Oh, and they're away if he can get going. No. Yeah, now he's got his man down. Away they go. Can he get it inside 50? One-on-one. Carroll stays on his feet. Wyong Lakes under all sorts of pressure. Quinn. Bates is there. Trying to stay on his feet. Does. Hillman. Brings some semblance of order. Bennett needs to get a handball out. Finds his man. Nixon goes down that line. Doyle has some time. Got a lot of touches in the last few minutes. Short pass. Isn't perfect. Magnificent pick-up. Laxer on the half volley. Charlton's got to get rid of it. Little short grubber. 34 is Drizal. And over the shoulder or holding the man? And whichever way, it's a free kick to Drizal. Hillman in the centre, alone and unattended until Moore gets there. Fitzgerald, Moore, staying on his feet. Graham gets it out. Contest. Brought to ground by Potter. Fitzgerald. Yes, just come on the boundary. Lucas Holmes.
Off the interchange bench there.
Jordan Jeffries Tapper.
Thank you.
23's Charlton. Goes long. Oh, well done, McPhan. Excellent use of the body from the big man. He's 55 out. Doesn't quite get it. And picked off beautifully by Mitchell, who's playing a kick behind the play and picking up a plethora of kicks. Uses that cultured left foot, finds Graham. Half-back flank. Favouring the headgear. Finds, that's a wise move. If in doubt, hit Brasington. Kick out. Carroll's got a runner here. Can he pick it up? He can't. He still can't pick it up. Bumped out of it by Moore. Oh, a lovely tackle by White. Good football coming here, Hillman. Umpire's letting it go. No, fair enough. Let's put your whistles away if you can do that. Doyle goes wide. McPhan, very clever use of the body from the big fella. Got the Police Academy moustache working as well. Out there towards Cross. Lovely mark. Runs around his mark. Left footer up to the hot spot. Up they go. Comes at ground level. Welsh. Use of the body behind him. Off to the great man Scott. Who's he got? Goes around the corner. Finds Graham. Oh, excellent closing by Moore. Crash ball coming. Graham goes in again. Now I can't see that because of the 10. It's at ground level. Out it comes. Well done, Singleton. Oh, superb football. Scott flying down the flank. Gives it as far as hits it as far as he can. Bates needs a runner off him. Lovely. Oh, couldn't quite hit him with Chalker. Needed that handball to be lower, right in the laces. Couldn't get it. And he knows it too, Trav. This is one of the first times I've seen Bates at full fitness for a while. The last couple of times we've seen him, I reckon he was struggling and he was sitting behind the pack. Today he's in front every time. And we're 9.25 minutes into the second quarter, elapsed time. In it comes. Braden Toz wins that one over Potter. McPherson's left-footed. Goes with another handball. Mitchell's also left-footed. Just hits and hopes. Big contest coming. Where are the Rovers? There's one. Oh, almost tripped, I thought. Jeffrey's tapper. Goodness me. Oh, that's in the back. And umpires ping that one. So second free kick, I thought. He's going to go back and take the kick. Some serious artwork on those arms. Josh Long. Now, will he favour the drop punt there, Louis, or go check side from here?
The way he's setting up, it looks like it may be the drop punt, but you never know.
Taking his time, Long. Missed it right. Is it out of bounds on the full? Behind. Singleton's first behind, 5-1-31. Wyong Lakes 1-1-7, and Wyong Lakes have not looked like kicking a goal for a while. They need, as we said earlier, they've got to find some avenues to goal. Jones favouring the Lincoln Stewart style of kicking. That should be free kick against Brasington to McFan. Great tackle. Really strong. Brasington another tackle. Geez, they're going in hard, the Roosters. They've got a sniff. Out that ball comes. Brasington will step his man. Gets it out eventually. Out from Mitchell. Potter screws that back inside. One on Braden Toss leads away. Bates needs to get a handball out. This time it's accurate. Welsh goes long. Can he step his man? Jeffrey's tapper, finish it. He can't. But Tristan Chalker can.
It was touched, David. Sorry. It was touched.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. So behind, I didn't hear that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Joey. I didn't see that. 32, Singleton 5-2, 1-1, Wyong Lakes. Oh, is that a grab? What an intercept mark. Is that Cam White? No, it's not. Jeffrey's tapper. That was very courageous. Flying in. No, you don't need to there. You can kick that distance. It's only going to be 40 metres out. Very courageous intercept mark at centre half forward. Jeffrey's tapper. Short run up. And punched out of bounds, I think, yep. So boundary throw in. Lucas, almost 12 minutes elapsed time. Thank you very much. Thanks for that. Just got a note here. Nathan Doyle, number 59 for Wyong Lakes. He's actually a first-grade cricketer for Mosman in Sydney, Lucas. Got to be a fair cricketer. Good cricket club, Mosman. Magnificent home ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ball comes. It'll grab a kick. So Doyle, multi-talented athlete. Brasington. Thank you. Welsh. Too strong. White. Looking for someone and finding them. Brandon Quinn, I reckon. Yep. Just in front of Murphy. Now this will test the little fella. Brasington was looking for a kick there. I don't think he'll get the distance, but we'll wait and see. He's always looking to give it off, and he finds a man. Well done, Singleton. He waited and was very patient, and Alex Mitchell's drifted downfield, and Mitchell, who's got lovely skills on the left foot, will kick the distance here. It's just a matter of accuracy to kick Singleton's 6th goal in a row. Mitchell gets it up in the air. Goal umpire to quite Lucas Holmes. Does not move. Alex Mitchell's first. Singleton 6-2-38. Wyong Lakes 1-1-7. Lucas Holmes.
Star 104.5 FM. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
Well, haven't Singleton just taken over since the halfway point of the first quarter? It has been all Roosters. It's just been a cavalcade of red and white. And I am wondering shortly if Michael Toz will bite the bullet and put his son Braden onto the ball, even as ruck rover, Lucas. It seems interesting that he's playing in the back line. He's either injured or it's a fascinating tactical move. Charlton's done a good job in the ruck, but they need to get Toz involved, surely. Ball comes out, handball comes out, touched and tapped away. Scott staying on his feet. Handball, as always, hits his man. Oh, well, dispossessed was Welsh. Just a stray right hand came out. Out comes Wood, gets the ball forward. Contest there. Who's going to get the first run at this football? Dane Coburn looking for Welsh. White. Welsh is on out here to our left. That's exactly who he's gone for. He must take the mark. Doesn't. Away they go down the line. Shanks that slightly. Oh, what a pass it ended up being, Nate. Couldn't quite take the mark. Was Quinn. And boundary umpire Flockout will take this boundary throw in. 14 and a half minutes gone, elapsed time, second quarter. Singleton up by 31 points. Hunter Haval, Bar TV, Black Diamond Cup, match of the round from Rose Point Park in Singleton. Tap out Charlton, almost. Gets that ball out. Ground level, Mitchell in there. Ball comes, I thought that went out. Yep. Those tents are slightly obscuring us, but that's not a problem. Good, they're good tents, those ones, those Colorado ones. Boundary throw in. Mitchell read that magnificently. Quinn, and away go the Roosters. That's Carroll, stops, props, takes his time, goes wide. Jeffries, Tapper and Braden Toz in the race here. Toz is left-handed, does the job despite enormous pressure. Little short pass comes in there to a contest, which is interesting. Ball comes out to Nixon. Under all sorts of pressure here, Wyong Lakes. Brasington tried to take his mate on. Thank you, Lucas. I thought that was almost holding the footy. So you're right, Lucas Holmes. Got him high first. Brasington in the centre. Short off one step. Diving mark. Lovely catch taken by Potter. Goes wide. Too wide in front of, I think that's Jeffrey's Tapper. I can't quite see the number now. It's not. It's actually, I think that's, having trouble seeing that number.
It's Tristan Chalker.
It's Chalker, I think. Thank you. So boundary throw in. Elapsed time 16 and a quarter minutes by the time the throw in comes in. Umpire Flockhart. In it comes. Underneath that, Charlton quite too. Here's Scott in and under extracting. Put his head over the football. Has he got a free kick there? He has. So Andrew Scott. Bates has got someone in front of him. You can see here on the screen, I'm putting pen. This play here, Lucas, is sitting right in front of Bates. Scott's going to wait and wait and wait. He's going sideways. And away come Wyong Lakes. Carroll's got first option here. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. He taps it to advantage. Oh, well done, the Lakes. McPhee, 1-2 handball with Wood is excellent, but then picked off by Singleton. Alex Mitchell. So Wyong Lakes look like they've dropped one in front of Bates to try and stem the tide here. Mitchell's trying to get people moving to space. Off one step goes long towards Fitzgerald. Smart move, kicking to a ruckman. Scott trying to, he's obviously gone on the ball as the coach. McPherson. Scott gets an errant handball. Gets that ball square and finds Cam White. I reckon too far out. Now, if their form last time was the way he's going, no, he's going to go long this time. Thought he was beckoning again. So up in the square, Bates!
In the square as well,
David. He's having an in the square. Bates is having a good day out. He's looking really lively today, the big man. Another goal, Travis Bates. He's third in a half of football. The Singleton Football Club, 7-2-44. Wyong Lakes, 1-1-7, and it's looking ominous for the Maggies. Lucas Holmes.
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in the live streaming and broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
And Liam today, our man, is wearing an awful Pittsburgh Steelers hat. He just cannot wear that again. We're going to rule him out of that. Thank you very much. I'll have to get him a Vikings hat for next week, big fella.
I'm a Denver Broncos man myself, David. So
very good.
There we go.
Speaking of sport, LeBron's put 48 on Boston this morning. So into Game 7 there in the NBA Eastern Conference. I think LeBron James is just about the best athlete on the planet at the moment. You can quote me on that. I can't think of too many that are better than him.
I don't think you're wrong there, David.
Charlton. Oh, can't quite pick it up. McPherson. Scott. So Scott's gone onto the ball now. Doesn't need to be in the back line. Charlton. Left footer. Comes out of there. He's been pretty good today. Charlton's got a lot of touches for a ruckman. Mitchell hands out. Brasington. Second handball out. Out it comes. Long. Goes long. Oh, great pass. Oh, well intercepted by Stokes and barrels his man over. Good footy. Hillman goes square. Beautifully played and picks out. No, that's not McFan. It should be Wood. Hillman again. McPherson arrives just too late. Lovely pass. Good footy, Wyong Lakes. Best passage for a while. This is Laxer. And a beautiful spot and an uncontested mark, which is really not forgivable. And real.
Is it Raslan?
No, it's not. It is. Good call there. Very well done, Raslan. Lucas Holmes 1, David Redden -5. So Raslan, perfect view on Liam's camera here. We'll let the cameras do the talking. Raslan. And kicks it sideways. Oh, goodness me. He's paid that a point. Wow, I thought that was clearly out of bounds on the full. Anyway, Wyong Lakes 1-2-8. Singleton 7-2-44. Sorry, I was right behind it. So anyway, they're right. I'm 150 metres away. So away you go. Dane Coburn. Coming Combox side. Scott's arriving. Oh, Brasington tries to take his second specky. High contact there, not paid. Oh, kick that goal, Sonny. You're a genius. Laxer. Oh, good one. No, didn't take the mark. I thought he had that. Doyle, the first grade cricketer from Sydney, pops it up. Oh, he's a chance. All he's got to do is turn on his right and kick that. Should be a goal to Bennett, and it is. Good football, Wyong Lakes. Bennett's first. Singleton 7-2-44, and Wyong Lakes win. Lucas Holmes 41. Louis.
What's changed?
Wyong Lakes 2-2-14. 30 points of difference. Deep into the second quarter. Lucas Holmes.
The entertainment grounds on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing.
And right next to Adcock Park, where we broadcast from a couple of weeks ago, Lucas Holmes. Speaking of Adcock Park, Lucas, quickly, if you can, while we're waiting for the ball to come back. See if my iPad performs properly. No. We'll come back to that shortly. Lucas, Charlton. Fitzgerald's back in the ruck. Charlton clearly right-handed. Everybody gets whamboozled by that one. Charlton gets it. He's been most impressive today. Oh, lovely hands, and Charlton's backed up for more. Needs to give it off to Raslan. Does. Third possession in 15 seconds. Charlton, superb football, Charlton. Honestly, if you were going to show people for persistence and second and third efforts, go back and have a look at what Brendan Charlton's just done. Justin McFan won't miss this one. He's about 12 metres out, dead in front. Wyong Lakes second in a row. Justin McFan kicks his first after sensational work. Player of the day so far from Charlton. Wyong Lakes 3-2-20 coming back. Singleton 7-2-44. Lucas Holmes.
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy, the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They are also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL.
Just quickly, Warners Bay up by 3 goals over Gosford. Killarney Vale by 11 goals over Lake. Cardiff by 4 goals over Maitland. And, of course, it's 7-2 to 3-2 here at Rose Point Park, with the late game starting at 3 o'clock. Newcastle City and Nelson Bay under lights with the yellow football at the magnificent number 1 sports ground. And Lucas Holmes, ladies and gentlemen, has lost his pen again. Second time today, Lucas Holmes has lost his pen. He's having pen problems today.
On fire, I am.
What are they doing to you up at the diggies, my friend? Up we go. Charlton and Potter back on the ball. Charlton's been superb this quarter. Brasington tries to dispossess Hillman, does so. Dragged out of it, I thought. Potter, too big in the upper body. Out comes Brasington, straight down the spine. At the backs! Oh, they're all gone up. Someone needs to stay down, surely. Mitchell, Bates, he's got a man free. Fitzgerald's on his own. Bates goes himself. Has he kicked that?
He has on his left as
What
well,
a
David.
half of football from the veteran full forward. Travis Bates has kicked 4 goals, ladies and gentlemen. Singleton, 8-2-50. Wyong Lakes, 3-2-20. Oh, Lucas Holmes.
Marksman Workforce. Marksman Workforce have been great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL since 2016.
Thank you, Joey, for that. Yeah, saw that score. Newcastle City Stars going along very nicely in the women's competition. And, of course, as we were discussing earlier in the game we called earlier today, Lucas, women's round on the Bastille Day of the 14th of July at Tuckabah Park in Terralba. And the week after, the Tri-Series representative fixture at Ferradale Park in Madawi, Lucas Holmes, if you can pronounce that right next time. Yeah, I've just been told. Lucas Holmes has fired up Jimmy Newburn. You won't believe it. Lucas has got angry with me. Charlton and Potter.
It's square up, I think, David.
Charlton, indeed, I owed you a few. Moore gets that ball down the centre. This has actually got a really entertaining game of football with Singleton going well this quarter. Scott. Beautiful delivery. He just doesn't miss. Moore. Both Moores wearing 10 in a game of football from either side. Fitzgerald's trying. Oh, Toz did really well. Wanted that football just slightly more. Doyle on Moore. Great tackle, Moore. Scott, look how he stays on his feet. He's just so balanced. Quinn. Good goal. One-hander! Lovely pluck, Fitzgerald. They haven't got long left in this quarter, actually. They've got to move it. Welsh, Toz again. Gets that football out comes to Murphy on his own. Toz takes out 2. Andrew Scott just sitting there waiting for the football and watch the delivery. And there's halftime. Good quarter of football. Singleton 8-2-50. Wyong Lakes 3-2-20. Lucas Holmes, goal kickers, please, before we go to a break.
Goal kickers for Singleton. 3 goals for key forward Travis Bates, and then 4 goals, sorry. That was my pen missing, David. And then singles for Alex Mitchell, Pat Fitzgerald, Joe Carroll and Jacob Welsh. And then for Wyong Lakes, goals for Jack Bennett and Tyler Wood.
Lucas Holmes, one of your best. That's quite brilliant. From a beautifully sun-drenched Rose Point Park, it's a 30-point lead to Singleton at the moment at half-time. We'll have a short break here and come back with you with the second half of this Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup match of the round. Back with you soon. Welcome back to Rose Point Park in Singleton, where the umpires have gone out into the centre for the second half of this fixture between the Singleton Roosters and the Wyong Magpies. Just some scores for you live off the iPad. Warners Bay 7-6-48, Gosford 3-7-25 in what is a very important game for Warners Bay. Killarney Vale 15-8, that's 98. Lake Macquarie 2-1-13. Maitland going along very nicely. I'm assuming that's 7-8. Cardiff 7-8-50. Maitland 4 straight 24. Here, Singleton 8-2-50. Wyong Lakes 3-2-20. And early on at number one sports ground, Newcastle City 1-4-10. Nelson Bay yet to score. Terrigal Lake the bye. And of course, next week's Terrigal Lake got a big game next week. The big trip up to Fayon in what will be a big day. It's Indigenous round next week. Lucas Holmes, you expect to see some terrific as Lucas finishes his beloved sausage roll. Big day at Warners Bay with Indigenous round, sponsors round, and a great game of football. Warners Bay versus Terrigal Avoca. 7 days of reckoning for the Warners Bay Football Club, copping Terrigal Avoca at home, followed by Newcastle City away, both on Bar TV, yep. Lucas Holmes. Unfortunately, Louis won't be there on the long weekend. He's going down for his usual weekend in Melbourne to watch the... I'm assuming you're going to watch Melbourne and Collingwood on the long weekend Monday as always, yep. Lucas?
St Kilda, Sydney Swans Saturday night, David, and then Melbourne and Collingwood on the Monday. So it will be a great weekend away with my father. So that will be very good fun.
It will be indeed. So, yes, Warners Bay, Terrigal Avoca next week. Newcastle City versus Terrigal Avoca the week after. So, very exciting. And back here to Rose Point Park on the 23rd of June for Singleton and Killarney Vale, Lucas. And I'm away out for a week after that. But the 23rd of June, another lovely day up here at Rose Point. And everybody up here's looked after us really well. So, thanks to the Singleton Footy Club for having us.
Yeah, speaking of round 8, David, I'll just read that out in the entirety. At Dick Bellwell Oval, we'll have Nelson Bay taking on Gosford. At Don Small Oval in Tacombe, we'll have Wyong Lakes taking the huge ask of Newcastle City. As you said, that blockbuster between Warners Bay and Terrigal Avoca at Fayon Oval, David. Maitland playing host to Killarney Vale at Max McMahon Oval in Rutherford. And Singleton having the very daunting task, although it's here next week, of take on Premiership heavyweights Cardiff, with Lake Macquarie having the bye, David.
Could you just scroll down for that for me again, just to scroll? I want to see that at the top there. That's a massive game for Gosford. Gosford need to win that. And on the 16th of June, which we're talking about, here is a blockbuster. Terrigal Avoca and Newcastle City on Saturday, June 16. That's the night that France play Australia in the first round, the first game one of the pool of the Football World Championships in Russia. But Terrigal Avoca and Newcastle City. Oh my goodness!
At Hilton Moore Oval.
At Hilton Moore, Saturday the 16th of June. I love those games that are close to me, Louie. They're great. That'll be a huge game. That's just got so much potential. The 9th, as we said, Newcastle City and Warners Bay. 23rd, Singleton. I've got Killarney Vale, and then I'm on my way out for a short holiday, so I'm looking forward to that with the bride. So we're not far away from the start here. It's getting cool, but everybody just doing their stretches and getting warm. Singleton at 8-2 with, for me, a surprise performance from Travis Bates. He's looked very fit. I think he might have lost a little bit of weight. He's running well, and they're letting him take front position, and he's very dangerous when that happens. The other side, big fella. That's it. So, going further forward, 14 June, women's round. Talcabar Park and Lake Macquarie. 8 games of football on 2 grounds in the one day. And Lucas and I will be after the Strepsils at the end of that one, won't we, Louis?
We will.
And then on the 21st, the Tri-Series, which I'm really looking forward to. 3 games of basically half a game of football each. I think they're 2 25-minute halves between the 3 representative sides from Newcastle, Hunter, and the Central Coast. I would suggest to you that Newcastle side will be a very strong one, particularly if the Stars and you think the Stars, the Novas, Cardiff, Walton, West Newcastle, and Warners Bay will form that 22.
Yeah.
And the all 3 sides are going to be very strong, actually.
Yep.
It'll be really interesting to watch. I cannot wait. And I've never been to Ferradale Park. Have you played junior cricket at Ferradale?
Junior football had a few representative training sessions up there, but haven't been up there for years, David. So,
hello, PK, the great Paul Kelly, looking after us here, along with Joel Deacon, Nadine McBride, and the rest of the good people up here at the Singleton Footy Club. Just about ready to rock and roll in quarter number 3. Singleton up by 5 straight goals. Our EP and cameraman is Liam from Bar TV. How you going, big fella? He's well, giving us the double-fingered salute. He's happy. Did a good job down there in Canberra in the chilly weather last Saturday.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And as a result of that, I've got a blanket if he gets calls. I'm starting to get calls at the moment. I'm an old man. Righto, it's time to go. Tom Stewart's got the footy. And we're back into football. Potter and Charlton. Charlton's rucked all day. And the Potter gets that one out. Hillman at the back. He's got a lot of touches, actually, for one. He's been quite impressive. Wilkes, actually. Turned around him. Oh, that's a push in the back. Not paid. Left-hand handball comes out. Goes the familiar voice. Cross. Down the line. And that's a good spot to McFan. That's a lovely pass. Very clever. Oh, someone's just done a hammy, have they? McFan squares it up. Should be a mark, and it is. Great start, Wyong Lakes. That's Keaton Jones.
Was that in the square, David?
Yes, it was, Lucas, by the way I've seen it, and that's the way the umpires ruled. Yeah. Whoever that fullback is, he's coming off right in front of us. He has just done a hammy or an ankle. I'll get you to check that player out there, Lucas. Goal kick by Keaton Jones. Great start, the Lakes. 4-2-26, and Singleton 8-2-50 to Lucas Holmes.
Subway Morisset. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses.
Subway, eat fresh.
As I can now put down Keaton Jones as Wyong Lake's fourth goal kicker, David.
You can, Lucas Holmes. You got up to date. You've actually got a pen now, have you?
I have. Thank you very much, David.
My pleasure. Great start, the Lakes. And it's back to 4 goals, the difference. Charlton and Potter. Potter gets that one right-handed. Head over the ball. It wasn't Scott, it was actually Potter again. Good tackle made by Moore of the Singleton variety. Welsh trying to stay on his feet. McPherson comes in to help. Doyle, lovely hands, Charlton. Could have almost been paid as holding the man. He thought he got him before he got rid of it. No, got the football, actually. Little short one. He's intercepted by Scott. Left-hand handball is perfect. Welsh. Oh, hits Charlton. I wonder if we called him for that.
And there was a whistle there. Oh, no.
Scott finds him, and away they go. McPherson's flying down that flank. Left footer and picked off beautifully by Stokes. He's actually quite a good player, Stokes. He's been very smart today. Unusual ball drop, but gets it away. And hits Doyle right on the chest. Wide. Oh, lovely spot to McFan. McFan's getting more and more into the game as the match goes along. 3-on-2, Brasington works it well. Coburn's got to get rid of does very well, does Dane Coburn. Gets a little grubber out to Wilkes. Coburn comes back to help him. Gets that ball long. Gets a barrel on it. Who's going to pick this off? Oh, no, didn't quite mark. That was Warren. Bennett, short pass. Brasington picks him off at centre-half back. Goes to the far side. He's the familiar voice of Andrew Scott, who's going to go wide again. They open the play out on these expanses of Rose Point Park. McPherson's got an eternity. Now he hasn't. He's been corralled by Moore. White comes to assist. 25-metre pass is precise and hits Moore. Should go short to the right. Does. Long goes short. That's a funny bit of commentary. Chalker. Misses. Behind Singleton, 8-3-51. The Wyong Lakes 4-2-26. With this game, Lucas, right now at an interesting stage. The next goal kicker is absolutely pivotal to the result of this game, in my opinion.
Sure was. Almost finished that off there. Chalker, again, terrific ball movement going coast to coast there from Singleton.
Wide. Could have almost taken that, Charlton. He was uncontested. Welsh. Oh, great step. Gone now. And gone, yeah. Sam O'Brien picks him off there. Holding the ball, sorry. Good tackle. And it's Mitchell Eade who's got the football. No, it's Doyle. I beg your pardon. I couldn't see the second number. Lovely pass. Scott off to Mitchell. Awkward right-hand handball. Brasington and Scott. Oh, good contest, Toz. Now, is that a push in the back to Brasington? It is. You'd see him prostrate on the ground there, and he's been paid. Mitchell.
Yeah, non-controlling umpire Sam O'Brien's picked that up David.
Thank you, Bates. In front again where he's got to be. Quinn, gone. Probably should have been paid, I think. Oh, lovely step. Does well, Stokes. Oh, Hillman, sorry. Mitchell, who's knocked up getting kicks today. Sitting just behind the players, Mitchell. That lovely left foot of his goes wide. Now Moore's on here. What's he got? That's behind, I reckon, Rachel. It is. Singleton 8-4-52. Wyong Lakes 4-2-26. 5 minutes elapsed time in quarter number 3 here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Short pass comes out. Oh, picked off by Moore. What are they doing? He won't kick that from there. Oh, can he now? Oh, unselfish. Oh, should have been taken. The right thing to do when they just couldn't execute. Moore's got a chance here. Lee Moore, that is. Goes long. Kicks it to pasture. Who's going to get first crack at this one? Singleton do. Chasing hard. Oh, ball comes out. Away they go. 1-on-1. Oh, he's paid that. Oh, gee, that's almost a mark to Keaton Jones. Oh, and he hasn't taken his time. And because of that, Lux has put it out of bounds. So I thought if he'd got a bit of voice there, Louis, he could have had another step or two.
Yeah, you're right there, David. As you said, voice was the key element there. Mustn't have been much, and that's why the ball has been gone out of bounds deep in the Wyong Lakes forward 50 rather than resulting in a score.
Colin, good enough. Charlton. Mitchell's just knocking up getting kicks today. Picked off, however, this time by Justin McFan. Read that really well, did McFan. There's a man short for him. Hillman, I think that is. Oh, he's hurt a hammy.
Yep.
No, it's not Hillman, it's McDonald. They can't afford any more injuries. This is Hillman. 50 out, kicks it low. Scott's at the back, cleaning up. Bracington's got to get rid of. He's in trouble. Could have been holding the ball there. Coburn's running off his man. Gets it outside 50. Perfect kick to cross. He takes a lovely grab above his head first time. Little short left-footed ball. Fitzgerald gets it down to Quinn, roving perfectly. And away he goes. They need to chase. They do. Still controls it, Quinn. Bracington, lovely handball from Quinn. Bracington goes long. Picked off here by Carroll. Oh, puts his head over the ball. Bates is sitting outside trying to get the footy. Can't. And away go Wyong Lakes down this combox flank. Pushes off his man. White should have taken that. He got him off balance. Good tackle made there. Another good. Jeffrey's Tapper bust that. Little short pass. Potter's got to beat 2. Can't. Ball stuck in there. Out it comes. Jeffrey's Tapper comes back for more. Good contest in there. Excellent. Good football. Good result for Singleton. Potter and Jeffrey's Tapper doing enough to get a stoppage. Potter's up, as is Charlton. Charlton, one-hander. Jeffrey's Tapper. And that ball's gone out before he kicked that. Elapsed time, Lucas Holmes, 8.
8 minutes gone, David, in this third quarter. Singleton, 8 goals, 452, leading Wyong Lakes, 4 goals, 226.
Michael Toz, the coach of Wyong Lakes, will be very happy so far. He's kept Singleton goalless this quarter. Or his Chargers have. Oh, interesting handball. McPherson gets it out of that stoppage. Good pick. That's a lovely pluck, actually. Above his head first time. McDonald picks the wrong man to kick to his Brayson. He immediately goes right, hits Carroll. Ball swerves. Now he's going to go on his natural left. Can Carroll finish from there? Marked right on the line by Carter Jones. Oh, gets a good piece of that. Goes long, but picked off by Brasington. It's a 2-on-1. Doyle, Brasington goes in hard.
He dived on that, David.
Yeah, I think he did. The ball comes out, and umpire says they'll have that. Thank you.
That point is irrelevant then, seeing that he got the ball out.
Fitzgerald, Charlton that time again. He's had a good day. Doyle, lovely hands to Bennett. Comes inside, looks square. He stopped. He could have probably kept running, but he's got the football now. Tyler Wood gets it in the forward line. McFan at the back. Oh, Andrew Scott, very important interception mark there in front of McFan. Goes wide, finds his man Mitchell. Almost BOG. Good bump. McFan came in late. Put Mitchell off. Charlton should take that. Just completely wamboozled by the ball sitting up on its end in that breeze. Another kick to Charlton. Over Mitchell's there now. There's Potter. Welsh, who despite being a big man's got lovely hands, especially at ground level. Charlton keeps it in. He's done very well. McPherson. Charlton really battling hard. Toss. Picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell turns around, gets a right-hand handball that goes 20 metres. Magnificent football and over the shoulder. That lovely little tap from McPherson sent his mate Scott into trouble. And Scott's got the football. Charlton's just got to walk away, and he does. Scott, down the line. Carroll, no, Toz does well there. Ball comes back from whence it came. Charlton takes a chest mark. Ball just falls in his lap. Braithington's got to clear away. There's one man on the mark, that's Welsh. Charlton gets it in right to the edge of the 50. One hand attempt by McFan. Long. Always slipped. Trouble. Dane Coburn's in more trouble. Someone's got to come and help here. Oh, they've done very well, really. Long gets it out. Wobbly old kick. Oh, is that no, not a mark to Bresnan. It's actually touched off hands. McPherson will try and get on his left. White. Oh, over shoulder.
Well called, David.
Did the Joel Selwood there. He's actually struggling to touch White. Yeah, just clearing away the cobwebs. Goes wide immediately. Finds Welsh. Down the flank. Potter. Well done, Braden Toz. Onto his left. Goes long. Direct. Oh, well done, Toz. Lovely mark, Drazal. And he should take a kick here. He's actually kicking down breeze. There is a slight little breeze going downfield now. And Drazal should be able to get the distance here. This will be interesting if you kick a goal. Get him back to 20 points. 20 points it will be. Kicks from inside 50. Gets a fair bit of it. And McFan just gets a hand to it. It's a behind. Wyong Lakes 4-3-27. Singleton 8-4-52. We've gone 11 and a half minutes elapsed time, quarter number 3. Dane Coburn with the football in the square. Looking for options. He'll be called a play and kicks it to himself. Gets the posse. Goes wide. Superb pass. Really was to White. He ran very hard and Coburn hit it, put it right in his lap. White. Bar flank. Gives it as much as he's got. Drops forward in this short in this wind. Bennett. Ground level. Welsh. Again below his knees does well. Potter. Oh, beautiful spot to Carroll. And away he goes. Gets the ball hot spot. Can he hit Travis? He can. Travis Bates' positional play today has been excellent. Wasn't the greatest kick from Carroll, but he did enough to kick it to position. And Bates should kick his 5th here to put Singleton back to 31 points in front. Bates having a day out. And does the business. 5 goals, Travis Bates. Singleton 9-4-58. Wyong Lakes 4-3-27. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval, looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval on the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
And again, there was a post on the Black Diamond Facebook page yesterday about Hunter Haval. They've got into financial year deals available. Check into Hunter Haval at East Maitland and Cardiff. Their H9, which is their premium model, is getting rave reviews at the moment all around the world. So get in there and check out Hunter Haval. I'll certainly be there in the market when I need a new car shortly. Fitzgerald and Charlton. Up go. Fitzgerald got that one actually. Brasington. Carroll. Just gets it away. Graham. Toz coming straight through. Carroll does well to work him out of it. Oh, well done. Bennett goes long and immediately. McFan at the back. Oh, well, Scott, that's such twice he's done that, McFan. McFan's got to get in front on him. He's a bigger man. Oh, goes low. Dangerous. More. Gone, I would have thought. Umpire says no. Gee, McPherson's getting up saying he's had opportunity, sir. And umpire Stewart says, I'll have none of that. It's a ball up. Left-handed. Charlton. Mitchell. Little short handball comes out. Long. Potter, not 15. Doyle. That is Raslin. Should have taken that chest mark, really. Mitchell's in there and they're about to stay on his feet. McFan comes straight through hard. Mitchell in there again, head over the footy. 34 is Drazal. and it's held in. 14 and 3/4 minutes gone in the third quarter here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Have we got a blood rule? I know I've got an injured player up here just near the centre, and play has actually been halted. I was wondering if you could pan left for us. Thank you, Liam. There's a player down injured, and they're showing some concern for him. It's a Singleton player. Obviously, I can't tell the number at the moment. I wonder if it's Long. Long's got the tattoos and the... it is. So that's Josh Long, who's struggling. And not sure if he's winded or if he's wobbling on his feet, but he's got up. Paul Kelly's with him. And hopefully they'll get him off the bench and have an assessment of him. So play will resume shortly. Lucas, I didn't see a HIA decision given there, but they're going to have to wait. They're not going to wait for him to get off the ground. I think they're going to start play again. Or are we waiting? Now, it's not a blood rule, so they have to actually wait this time. Is the blood rule the only time that you can have a switch without having to wait at the gates?
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Well, this is not a blood rule. So the play's been stopped because the interchange of Chalker for Long, I am understanding, has to wait. No, they've called him on. So the umpires have called him on. That's sensible, and we're away. Lucas, your pen's gone walkabout again for the 50th time. Charlton, handball back. Brasington gets it out. Goes centre wing. Anybody's ball. Potter puts pressure on. Potter's we wanting a handball carry. What an effort by Toz. He came from a mile back. Jeffrey's Tapper's in there. Carter Wood's in front. Someone's going to try and pick it up. They all run over it. No tackle made. And
a trip.
A trip or a kick. One of the two. And Carter Jones, sorry, not Carter Wood. Carter Jones comes wide. Sounds like a country music star. 25's McDonald. Has one bounce. Gets onto his left. Goes long. Straight in front of us. Could have almost taken that, Mark. Got to get on your feet, son. Cross was the only one that did stay on his feet. He's going backwards. Goes centrally, and that's a lovely spot. Really clever to Nixon. Early, big arms. Done some time in the weight room, that chap, I'll tell you. Goes square. Carroll picked that off. There was no contest made. He was looking at the ball, man, not the ball. Carroll. Got the Dane Swan, Dustin Martin arms. Sam Brasington goes the barrel and roosts it and finds Bates. You wouldn't believe it. Okay, away goes Moore. Can they find someone in the open? No, it's gone over everyone's head. Jeffrey's Tapper, can he rebound? He's in the front here. Can he keep it in? Oh, you would not believe that. They've all walked over it. And Brandon Quinn's 5 yards behind. Lux of Fortune, goal to Singleton. Singleton 10-4-64. Starting to put a decent distance between themselves and Wyong Lakes. 4-3-27. Lucas home.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16 is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook. The home, the Black Diamond AFL.
Colin Goodenough taking the ball back to the central umpire, who is Sam O'Brien in this case. Fitzgerald and Charlton again resume this epic battle in the ruck. Charlton's won the battle today, I think. No, Fitzgerald gets that tap down. Lovely hands coming out. Moore goes laterally. Sorry, that's to Moore. Moore's got the footy now. Running into open space. Short pass. Actually shanked it. Oh, intercepted. Guess who? Andrew Scott, and gets rid of it. Beats one man. Doesn't try two. Ball completely wamboozles 5 players. Doyle comes wide to McDonald, who's a lefty, and will turn back onto his left, I reckon. Yep. Does so. Down the line, kicks it to Pasture, and that will go out of bounds from Welsh. Time check there, Louis, 18 3/4.
Yeah, almost 19 minutes of elapsed time, David, in this third quarter.
Been a good day here. We've done broadcast 2 games today. It's been most enjoyable. Thanks to the Singleton people for looking after it, and for some assistance from the Wyong Lakes people as well. 2 good clubs. Out comes from Mitchell. McPherson tries to put that ball back in the centre. In front of those tents, 35 was 36 was Leicester, I think. Waxall's in there. Sorry, Raslin's in there. Throwing to come in behind. And now this will be almost directly in the sun, or are they out the sun this time? There's a bit of shadows there. Colin Goodenough puts that ball up. Charlton, right fist. Jeffrey's tapper ducks his head. And Sam O'Brien says, no, that'll be mine, thanks. Almost 20 minutes gone here, quarter number 3. Even contest that one. McPherson can't grab it out the ruck. Ty's is sitting there. Oh, that went low underneath the legs. Thought Raslin could have got a free kick there. But bullocks his way through to Raslin. Good, fair contest in here with almost no tackles being made, interestingly. And umpire O'Brien says, that'll be mine, thank you. McDonald and Mitchell, the last 2 up. Charlton gets a good run at that. Gets a lovely tap out to Moore. A good rave of this bloke. Knows his way around the footy field. Scott drops that one and gets a handball out somehow. Ball intercepted. Moore to the other Moore. Good tackle, McFan. And was he played a sling? No, I thought McFan did well there. He didn't go that second movement. I thought he got into ground firmly without being illegal. So, good decision. Fitzgerald. Straight through goes Wood. Fitzgerald gets that ball down the line. Picked off by Raslin. Another strong-build player of Wyong. Goes with his left. Oh, look out. Bracington's away. 1. Hits Carroll. So Carroll's had... No, he's not going to have a bounce. Mongrel kick. Oh, Bates is sitting off the back, and he's absolutely helicoptered that. He did that all the time in the world. You know what? He did indeed. The comments in the back. McDonald sells some candy. Goes down the line with a left footer. Just falls short of Tyler Wood. McDonald comes back for more. He's got a lot of touches this quarter. Now that ball could stay in, and it does for Cross. What can he do here? Runs inside his man. He might actually have a shot. Come back. Lovely goal. Real quality, Jared Cross. Bit of right to left in that one, like a Lucas Holmes outswinger. Singleton 10-4-64. Wyong Lakes 5-3-33. Lucas Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the hunt for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also a proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition.
Lovely work by Jared Cross, and works that bum back, did all the work himself. Stepped inside onto his left. And we have the ball back in the centre. We've got Charlton and Fitzgerald. And we've gone almost 23 or 22 and a half minutes in this elapsed time in the third quarter. Black Diamond Cup coming from Rose Point Park in Singleton today. Clever kick, Bracington. Goes a little grubber. Hits Moore, and Moore's hit absolutely no one other than Doyle. Doyle's going to come wide. Should be taking that mark easily. Does Blake Lester. Goes wide immediately. Lakes are not giving up here. Carter Jones has had 2 bounces, 3 bounces. Goes long as he can, and unfortunately for Wyong Lakes, the only person near it's Pup Mitchell. Taking his time. Goes along with that left foot of his. Bracington, no look handball. Now, Fitzgerald's on. Can he make a contest? Oh, Raslin, courageous. Stands up to the big man. Again, keep going. Charlton, he's been almost Wyong Lake's best player. Oh, magnificent pass to Doyle. Goes off a couple of steps. And Andrew Scott tries to intercept mark, and he's going to get the ball back in. No, he won't. Errant handball. Doyle, no left foot. Kicks it. No mark taken. Back to Doyle. Got a chance from there. Doyle! Misses. Wyong Lakes 5-4-34. Singleton 10-4-64. 24 minutes gone by the time this kick is taken. And that football's gone a long way with this wind on that hard ground behind. It's gone 50 metres behind the posts. So, Louis, Terragalovoca for Warners Bay. There's a challenge.
Sure
Massive challenge next week.
Sure is too, David. To establish Black Diamond Cup sides, as in both being in the Cup last year.
Yep.
Terragalovoca, the defending premiers, nonetheless. Bracington!
Oh! One hand, are you kidding me? That is sensational. Sam Bracington's. Oh, sells candy. Get us a replay of that. That's world class from Brasington. Absolutely spectacular. Carter Jones, oh man, that's just fair income. Ridiculous. God, I love this game. I got the best job in the world, Lucas Holmes. That is what football's all about. Wow.
Athletically gifted Sam Brasington is on display there.
Gifted, are you kidding me? Help me, Rhonda. Sam Brasington with a penalty, with a free kick from out of bounds in the full. Oh, wow, what a way to end the quarter. Singleton 10-4-64, Wyong Lakes 5-4-34. Singleton goals, Travis Bates 5, singles to Alex Mitchell, Brandon Quinn, Pat Fitzgerald, Joe Carroll, Jacob Welsh. Lucas Holmes, Wyong Lakes.
For Wyong Lakes, singles to Jack Bennett, Keaton Jones, Tyler Wood, Jared Cross and Justin McFan.
Jack Hardman, you're in trouble, my son. Someone's just given you serious competition for the mark of the season. We'll be back shortly here from Rose Point Park in Singleton with the Roosters up by 30.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club,
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7,
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds,
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery.
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
Redden's still recovering. It's the start of the just about to start the fourth quarter here, and I'm still recovering. I've had the asthma puffy here. Lucas Holmes' ears he's got tinnitus after that extraordinary performance from Sam Brasington just before the end of the third quarter. You can hear the siren in the background. Andrew Scott going through. Singleton have got to hold. They've got to continue on and being solid here. They need a win. This is an 8-point game between them and Wyong Lakes. Given their locations on the ladder, this is massive for both clubs. The Lakes are missing Chris Coop, folks. However, I think Singleton's been very good today. It's actually been quite a good game of football, to be honest with you. Lucas Holmes, your thoughts? Why I puff away on my asthma puffer?
No, as you said, a very good game. Both having ebbs and flows to this game from both sides. Wyong Lakes, in order to get back in this game, they need to kick at least the first 2 goals to give themselves a sniff to keep going on with. Well, they have to kick at least 5 goals just to get level without Singleton scoring, but you'd expect Singleton to at least kick a couple themselves, so they'll at least need 8 or 9 goals to win this game in this quarter, David.
Which they won't get. They have to keep Singleton basically scoreless and just come on like. And Singleton's got the brewery, so been a good game of football. Been impressed with Charlton. He's done a good job. Doyle's had a lot of touches. McDonald's had a few touches. Hillman's gone okay for Wyong Lakes, and for Singleton, the usual suspects of Mitchell, Scott, Brasington, Coburn's got a lot of good ball at the background. Cam White's been okay. And Travis Bates has had a good day today. Actually, he's been really good. And again, I know I've harped on it, but I'll say it once more. Bates is an entirely different footballer when he plays in front. He's big and strong, big shoulders, big upper body. And Carter Jones is probably a good matchup for him in body strength because Carter Jones is taller than him, but a lot slimmer. And when Bates gets in front, he's very hard to get off it, and he's been really solid today. I'm sure that Andrew Scott will be very pleased if Bates can get into good form to give them a focal point as they get towards, I think Singleton and Wyong Lakes have both extremely realistic chances of making the 7.
Yep.
I think there's 3 sides in my mind that are absolutely stone cold guaranteed, and that's Cardiff, Terragalavaca and Newcastle City. After that, could come down to games. Like next week's game is the only time that Gosford play Nelson Bay in the whole season.
Yep. And
Gosford have to win that game. Oh, yeah, while you're there, Lucas, just before we start, quick run through if you can for me, or can you get scores up for the big man? We've got about 30 seconds left. Yep.
And go back to this round.
And you might need the cup too. I think that might have been on the plate. Okay, so quickly, Warners Bay going along nicely. 12-9-81, 6-8-44 Gosford. Killarneyville out in front of Lake Macquarie by plenty. Cardiff shut down Maitland in the third quarter. Singleton winning here. Newcastle City only by about 2.5 goals over Nelson Bay in the late game. Away we go here. Last quarter at a rapidly cooling Rose Point Park. The old man here's got a blanket on. Charlton and Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald suited by the low throw up. Moore goes long. Welsh. Scott running off his man, off McFan. So interesting that Scott's playing on the much taller McFan there. Dogs having a hissy fit behind us. Oh, gee, hit him hard. That looked legit too to me. Raslin picks it up. Now he's going to be worked out of this by Quinn. Is that holding the man? Oh, gracious. Has he been holding the ball? Goodness me. Graham. He's got to stay on his feet. Can't. He's done a good job, Lester, to get him to ground. Now he's ducked his head. Good, fair contest there, and the key to it was getting him to the ground. Just at the start of the first quarter here, almost a minute gone. Wyong Lakes down by 30. Fitzgerald uncontested. Giselle. Good tackle by Fitzgerald on McDonald. And the umpire, Slater, says that'll be mine. Fitzgerald. Potter's away. Bates should be one out. He is. Can he use his strength? No, he can't. Jones does really well and gets him to ground. Oh, and he shanks the kick badly. Here's an opportunity for the Chooks. Mitchell staying on his feet. Toz in there fighting. Bates is in there. Handball comes out. Quinn. Oh, look at the quarterback position. Well done, Stokes. Experienced play there. Here's a marking contest, and they're away the Lakes. No, they can't. The ball bounces poorly. Cam White, Moore. Carroll should square that. Oh, sell some candy. Kick the goal, son. No, he goes square again. Ty's very courageous. Graham, ground level. Chance! What's he done with that one? Off the right. No, behind Singleton. Singleton 10-5-65. Wyong Lakes 5-4-34. 31 points the difference. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Last quarter, I beg your pardon. Fourth quarter here. Carter Jones in the square for the Lakes. Straight down the centre. Picked off by Brasington. Tries to hit Fitzgerald, who's running into space for him. Oh, what an effort by McDonald. Really good. Oh, picked off now by Quinn. Oh, kicked a goal, son. He has. Nice little check side kick. Second goal to Quinn. Singleton 11-5-71. Sorry. Touched. I beg your pardon. My bad. I thought that was clearly a goal. Thank you, Joey. So that's a behind to Quinn. Score check is now the correct score. Thank you for that. 10-6-66. Wyong Lakes 5-4-34. Long ball comes out. Doyle. Tackled by Carroll. Toz on his left. Out to Hillman. Raslin's under the pump here. Oh, he beats Brasington with a sleight of hand. Lovely football, the Lakes. 2 more handballs, they're out, and they're out. Got to get that to Raslin. Turns on, he's a left footer. Well done, Magpies. Away they go, straight down the spine. And, wow, Andrew Scott reads the play so well. He has a magnificent pair of hands. Comes wide, hits Graham. If Andrew Scott's not in the best 4 players in our league, Lucas Holmes, I'd be very surprised. Shocking kick from Graham, worm burner. However, luck's a fortune. Bates one out. He's leading the way here. No, actually, that's Potter this time. Bates is down here on the right. Potter's on his own. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, reverse in swinger from Potter from 45 metres is actually remarkably skillful from the big man. Singleton 11-6-72. Wyong Lakes 5-4-34. Lucas Holmes.
ISC has been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years and are proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL.
Did you see that reverse on that one? He's kicked that across his body and got a hold of it. And I'll tell you what, that little breeze, you can see it just take effect and get some distance into the kick for him. Singleton are home now. They're 38 points up with about 15 minutes left in this quarter. 16 minutes left. Charlton, who's been manful on the ruck all day, up against Fitzgerald. Well done. Beautifully read by Moore. Gets buffeted. Comes back with a 1-2. Hits someone, making a good foot passage of play. Welsh lopes after it. Turns his man. Finds Coburn. Scott. And he's professionally got that ball through for a behind. Just waiting here. Yeah. Hang on. The goal umpire actually hasn't waved a flag. Sorry, there were no flags waved there. Mark taken by McFan. I am sure that, guys, did you put that ball down as a behind? Because we didn't. I'm going to have to. The goal umpire did not wave a flag, yeah. So that we can't give a point. So this is McFan. So that last passage of play, I think there might have been a free kick. McFan, 30 metres out from being in front. Slides off to the right, I reckon. And this is a behind. So we've got the official score. We've got the score 11-6-72. Wyong Lakes 5-5-35. So the fact that the flag wasn't waved means it's not a point. So
yeah.
What I'm assuming happened is that Scott might have got a free kick for being buffeted in there, right next to the post. Thank you, Joey. Perhaps with Joey O'Brien's, who's sitting here with us next to us, thinks that there might not have been an all clear given, which is why the goal umpire didn't give the point. We'll check the scores at the end of the game for you if we can. Brasington's in and underneath. Scott, Cam White, Alex Mitchell. There's 4 handy players for you. Mitchell goes wide. Lovely, beautiful kick. Moore goes to the 50. Stands underneath it rather than moving back with the flight of the ball. Jeffries, Tapper and Raslin. Potter does everything he can at ground level. Little short kick comes out. It's effective. Little bit of a scuffle behind play. My microphone's playing up a touch here, Louis. Moore on his own in the centre. Goes long. Well done, Wilkes. Beats 2 men with strong arm, don't argues. He gets on his non-dominant left. Graham, short. And probably could have been taken there. Oh, good tackle. Wonder if he's going to be paid. No, Graham. Looking for Potter. Got him. Now, this is a serious angle out there at this ground. Goes short. And it's beautifully marked by Charlton, who I think's been the best Maggie's player on the ground. He's been terrific today. Lion-hearted. McPherson, shepherded off by Carroll, needs to get a hand out now. Doyle picks the ball up, goes long for the Lakes, but straight down the throat of White. Yes, that was interesting. He ran back to mark. He's entitled to do that. Welsh in the centre of the ground. Now he's going to come this side further, looking for Juggin. No, he's not. Goes down to find Andrew Scott. He's away. Usually a good deliverer of the football. This time he lets us down. Potter and Carter Jones. The ball's out of bounds. Along with Long. Elapsed time, Louis, 8 1/4.
8 1/4 minutes, David. Singleton, 11-6-72, leading in Wyong Lakes, 5-5-35.
Thank you, Lucas. Favours no one really. The ball goes to the ground level. Hands out. Brasington squares it up in the hotspot area. Carroll roving, can't get hands on it. Moore goes backwards. White from 45 and doesn't quite get the kick right, and he's picked off by Stokes. Unusual ball drop, but it is effective. Reminds me of a bloke called Rod Austin, who played for Carlton many years ago. David Murphy, short, finds Carter Jones. He's run on from fullback. Bates has chased him, puts every effort on, but well done, Jones. And that should be interference against Coburn. Kept in, however. Cross. He's left-footed. Squares it up. Picked off by Andrew Scott. Holy cow, he's done that a lot today. You can see why he's moved himself to the back line, Lucas, with so many players on the ball. Him playing across there just gives him so much power. Scott again. Now, there's a second whistle.
50 penalty.
Yeah, the umpire should be coming back. Yep, he is. 50 metres. So I think that might be encroaching over the mark this time rather than a 10-metre infraction, Louis.
Correct, David. Spot on.
Thank you. McPherson with the football. He has a busy day every week. Coaches the women's side, then comes and plays ones. Goes wide. We've got players unattended everywhere. Leaving Alex Mitchell on his own. He's dangerous. One bounce. Two. Trying to get somebody to position. Oh, perfect delivery to Carroll. And Cody Carroll's going to take a kick no more than 35 metres out. With David Murphy on the mark. Umpire Stewart. Starting to get a bit cool, Louis. Carroll. What's he done? Goalpost high. Missed it to the left, I reckon. Singleton, 11-7-73. Wyong Lakes, 5-5-35. 10 1/4 minutes gone, elapsed time. Quarter number 4. Lucas Holmes.
Yeah, still only the one goal to Potter this quarter, David. Wyong Lakes have done well to stem the scoring flow in this second half, but haven't managed as much. They've stemmed the flows play on from the back line to up the tempo of the scoring themselves.
White going back courageously, misses the mark. Graham, Toz, gets a handball out. Wood misses it well, straight through a flimsy attempt to tackle. Jordan Jeffries Tapper gets that ball outside 50. Goes wide because there's an extra man in defence, as Lucas Holmes has been saying about the tightening defence. And Tristan Chalker will not want to look back on that replay very favourably. He's kicked that one to the Denman Wineries. Moore, no one on the mark, so he can go, and does. Gives it all he's got and hits it straight down the throat of Samuel Brasington. Square. Finds Pup Mitchell. Again goes square. They've transferred the play about 80 metres across ways. Dane Coburn goes long. Got to get in front. There's Rovers. Jeffries Tapper misses it. Comes back. Toz. Toz again. Handball out. Here's another handball coming. Quinn. Toz again. Third handball in 15 seconds. Moore down low. Good contest. And Cameron White taps it over the boundary line. 12 minutes gone in the last quarter here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Hunter Haval Black Diamond Cup match of the round from Rose Point Park. A lovely spot here. And a good day, Louis.
Sure has been very enjoyable, as it is always, David.
Yeah. Love our jobs. We do. Moore. Brasington keeps that in, interestingly. Hillman goes back. Here's a chance for Wyong Lakes to reload. Poor kick, really. Touch ball, I think. Touch ball off Moore's hand and played as touch. So they got their voices up. Smothered off the boot. And that should be out of bounds. Touched. Smothered by Emmanuel Edwards from Wyong Lakes. Boundary umpire Flockhart with this throw in. 1-2, in it comes. Good throw. Fair for the ruckman. Wood. Oh, nice pickup. Charlton. Need to have 25 possessions today. Coburn gets a punch out. Brasington. Gone this time. He's tried to take on too much. No, not paid. Scott. Oh, my goodness me. Charlton again. They're away. Going long. Bloke at the back's got the sit and has it. McDonald should go away and kick the goal here. He's left-footed. Goes the dribble.
Oh,
Jason Dunstall will be. Someone get a video to Jason Dunstall of what Mitch McDonald's just done there. Get a video to him. Behind Warner's after Wyong Lakes. Wyong Lakes 5-6-36. Singleton 11-7-73. Dane Coburn sells some candy. Goes wide. Mitchell and Doyle. Doyle's been good today. He's had a real crack. Should have been holding the man. Gets it out. Oh, the cross is in trouble. Actually gets a kick that remarkably across his body. Coburn finds more, and he should turn in and go. Away he does. Charlton interferes. Mitchell Lee gets that football, turns around in his right. Hillman, just almost scoops that to Moore. Gets it out. Doyle. Scott intercepts. Welsh goes long. Sitting at the backs, Fitzgerald roving. Read that very well. 1-on-1. Jeffries Tapper's got to stay on his feet. He's got options here with Carroll. He might actually shepherd for him. No. Decides to go the football. Raslan comes in. Low to the ground. Jeffries Tapper's doing a lot of work there. Is that a free kick, Raslan? I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a whistle come from the non-controlling. Sorry? Blood, thank you. I couldn't see the cross of the hands. So we've got a blood rule coming off here, have we? Now play has to stop, Lucas. And this player, replacement player, can come on. There's a blood rule there. I think that might be McDonald, is it? Thank you. So Bennett's coming off, and it's Peter Giselle coming back on. So away we go. Toz gets a nice tap out there. Tapped out by Laxa, and that's out of bounds. 15.5 minutes gone. 15.5 minutes gone. 37 points of difference. Wyong Lakes have shut them down to a certain extent by putting a spare man or two in defence, and it means they can't score many. Yep. But they've really shut down their attacking options. Bates has got three men on him every time he goes near the ball. Charlton, roved by Fitzgerald, smothered off the boot. Wood gets it out. Oh, lovely pace. Oh, good speed. Sorry, free kick.
Is it a holding? Yeah, with a shepherd.
Illegal shepherd, Lucas Holmes.
Correct, David.
Thank you, Cameron White, beneficiary of the free kick, which is a great shame because the Lakes were away. He was flying down the wing. Might go square here. No. There's no one on the mark at the moment, so we should just run over it. Goes down the line. That almost out of bounds the full. And I think that's Hillman, is it? Hillman should get the kick here. Singleton President Nadine McBride in the front of screen there. Hillman goes short, picks up Toz. Left-footed. Oh, intercept Mark White, beautifully read. Now he's got to kick that across his body. He does it. Mark should have been taken. It was a worm burner. Fitzgerald hands out. A lot of plays around this ball. Toz doing a good job. Potter. Pos dives on it. Quinn. Raslan's in there. It's coming out now. Jeffries Tapper putting a tackle on. Moore off a handball from Charlton. That's Warren. Back to Moore. Errant handball this time. Tyler Wood. Good step. Right, left. Warren gets it away. And away they go, the Lakes. Picked off by Mitchell, who's been sitting back there all day. He's got 1-on-3. Can he get rid of it? Oh, you betcha he can. Brasington goes immediately square, but just chops it up. And the ball's come back here to James Nixon. Just behind centre circle. Looking for options. He's in three minds. Gets a helicopter out, and it's Lux of Fortune picked off by Drizal. Left-footed, off one step. Good mark, Cody Carroll, going back with the flight of it. 17.5 gone. Cam White, Singleton just wrapping his business up here. Lovely step, White, good tackle, should be paid against him. Well done, Laxer. Inside 50. Don't think he'll have a shot, though. He's called the play on, puts it up hot spot. Carroll's got a chance here. No, can't quite get it, so is Welsh. Gets the hands free, taps it away. Charlton's in there. Scott's in there. Eads in there. Left footer, can he find someone? No, he can't. Brasington puts the body work on. Wilkes kicks that one as far as he can, as legal as he can. It's going to be a lovely bounce for Singleton, I reckon. Long. Goes long. Jeffrey's Tapper's in front. Just ducked his head. He's away. One step, two step. Potter smothered off the boot. 2-on-1 here. Should be a Lakes ball. Hillman's trying to put him out of it. He does. Comes back to Lester. Back to Hillman. Goes to centre half back. Moore's on his own. He's got a lot of kicks today. Running loose. Mind you, so's Mitchell. Charlton gives it everything he's got. Goes wide. 1-on-2. Welsh. Oh, over the shoulder should have been paid a pup. Mitchell taps it out. Moore. Thank you. Toz is down in back playsy. Thank you. Max Warren. Picked off by Wilkes. Ball comes backwards. Familiar voice there. White. Twice he's been dead. Twice in 2 minutes. Tired there. And Drizal picks him off for his second holding the ball decision against White in about 3 minutes. Toz is struggling over units right. He is on his feet, but he's being attended to by a couple of trainers. Too far out, I would have thought, for Drizal. Goes short. Finds a man. I think that's out of bounds on the full. What's the umpire paid there? Oh, he's paid it. He's touched it. So, boundary throw in. Toz is coming along. He's quite ginger, but he is walking with on his own steam, Louis, which is a good sign. 19 3/4 minutes gone. 37 points of difference in favour of the Roosters. Ball comes out. Sam Brasington goes along. David Murphy's got the football. Came straight off the bench and got that one. And that's Max Warren with the football. Centre wing. Smothered. Oh, well done, Quinn. Lovely sleight of hands he's bloke. Scott, that was an interesting. That's a hospital hand pass. And Brasington's classy enough to touch it back to him. Oh, beautiful play, McPherson. Now Carroll's got fair dinkum a paddock. Should go in, and it can almost have a bounce. Carroll! Misses. Too much time. 11-8-74, Singleton, Wyong Lakes, 5-6-36. Getting a pasting from his own people here. That'll be a schooner down the Criterion tonight at Lakers Homes. Stokes straight down the spine. Touched off hands. Brasington staying off here, trying to intercept, gets the ball. Carroll, Joe, 1-on-1. Bates stays on his feet. Now back, now on his hands and knees. Real good contest, Stokes and Bates. Carroll, can he kick this one? That's hit the post, I think. I think that's hit the post and called. Umpire Lowndes has got that one. Behind Singleton, 11-9-75. And Wyong Lakes, 5-6-36, 21 minutes 15 into the last quarter, elapsed time. As the shadows start to take hold here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Straight down the spine. No mark taken. Mitchell roving beautifully. He's really running it alone and unattended a lot today. Good tackle, Hillman. And gone. And he's gone. Goes square. Finds cross. Gives it as much as he's got. There's a lot of Wyong plays around this ball. Doyle stays on his feet and roves. Scott gets into ground. Goes to the Ronaldo taxi, kick it into another player's feet. And umpire O'Brien says, thank you, that'll be mine. 22 minutes gone. Lucas Holmes.
Just in the closing down stages of this game, Singles trying to protect their lead. Wyong now getting the ball forward, however. Charlton goes up. It's probably been their best on the ground, as you've said, David.
Yeah, I think so. He's been outstanding. Hillman and Moore have also been very good. We've also got Subway awards to give away later on, Lucas Holmes. So.
We have.
So, very important win for the Roosters. Keeps them in touch with the 7. Keeps them in touch with Wyong Lakes. Quickly, Warners Bay up by 56. Killarney Vale up by 100 and something. Cardiff have put the foot down, and Newcastle City leading Nelson Bay by about 7 goals. Mitchell, magnificent hands to Fitzgerald. Kicks that, gets enough on that. Here comes up Raslin, gets it out. 1-2 off Warren. He's left-footed, might go a 1-2-3 here, doesn't. Hillman, sleight of hand. McPherson should take this one. No, Mitchell takes it. Scott tells him to go left, and that's where he goes. They're peeling off from Carroll. Should give a handball off here to Moore. And should get a good bounce, and away he goes as Nadine McBride gets away out of it. Goes backwards to maintain possession. He should come back to him, actually. No, he goes further back. Back to McPherson. Should give hands off and does. Dane Coburn on his non-dominant. Carroll, and they've done that reasonably well while gaining no ground. They've actually kept the football. Carroll goes forward. Travis Bates, who's been good today. Mate, it had been tough in the second half since they've put a man in front of him. Little short pass to Moore. Gives it everything he's got. Goes hot spot. Fitzgerald! Oh, picked off at the back. Nice mark from Leicester. Goes wide. Bates, 1-on-2. Needs to get a stoppage or get it out. That's a push in the back. Not paid. And umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. 24 minutes gone. 75-36. 39 points of difference to Singleton. Who'll register a very important win with a very difficult game next week. Lucas Holmes up here. They've got Cardiff at Rose Point. That's a big test for him. Brasington could have been pinged against him there, and Moore's been terrific today. There's the two best Wyong players in the field for mine, Charlton and Moore. But again, they break down over half forward. Got to get out the way, Lennon. Does. Just. In come the Singleton plays to assist Long, and there's a free kick, I think. Oh, he's got the mohawk hair. I hadn't seen that before. Got the lawnmower haircut. That's a shocker. Duggan. Good mark by Welsh. He's an experienced. Blake's been around a football field in the past, Lucas Holmes. Knows his way around for a big unit.
He's played well as Welsh this afternoon.
Has. Mark taken by McPherson. Dying embers of this game. 25 minutes gone, elapsed time. No one putting pressure on. He doesn't have to move. Finds Graham. Does. Decision paid for a push. Graham's got the footy. Short. Finds McPherson, and that's time. Singleton Roosters 11-9-75 have defeated the Wyong Lakes Magpies 5-6-36. Lucas Holmes, goal kickers for Singleton, please.
Goal kickers for Singleton, a bag of fire for key forward Travis Bates, and then singles for Alex Mitchell, 2 goals for Brandon Quinn, and then singles for Alex Mitchell, Brenton Potter, Pat Fitzgerald, Joe Carroll, and Jacob Welsh.
For Wyong Lakes, all singles, Jack Bennett, Keaton Jones, Tyler Wood, Jared Cross, and Justin McPhan. Lucas, we were talking about Wyong Lakes. In my opinion, we've got Charlton, the ruckman. Brendan Charlton had a good day out. Lee Moore had a good day out. I'll tell you what, who had a good day out was Tim Hillman.
Yep.
And Nathan Dog got quite a lot of touches.
Yep.
Your best from Singleton, mate?
I think Pat Fitzgerald was fairly serviceable in the ruck, David. Cam Wyatt, Andrew Scott, obviously Trav Bates kicked 5, and in my opinion, best on ground for me was Alex Mitchell.
Yeah, look, Brasington did some good things. But
Brasington as well, sorry.
But in my mind, I think there's no question that Mitchell he just got so many touches, and he was influential, a lot, sitting behind the play, and they did man up at him at all times, and he just ran amok. So if you're happy, Subway Morissette to Alex Mitchell, which will get through the league. Lucas, good performance for Singleton. Now they've got a massive test. Cardiff next week up here. It'll be a big day up here. That's a massive game for Singleton. Let's see how they go at home against a very, very capable football side. Lucas, it's been a good afternoon. We've done 2 games this afternoon. It's been great fun. Thanks to our hosts here at the Singleton Footy Club. To our main man on camera, and OP Liam, who's done a wonderful job. Thank you, mate, for this afternoon. Lucas, just before I go, any final words, mate?
No. Always an enjoyable afternoon with you, David, especially here. Our first time at Rose Point Park. It's been a wonderful afternoon, as you've said.
Has been. We'll be back here on the 23rd of June to call Singleton and Killarney Vale. But next week, it's a huge test for the Warners Bay Football Club. Their league perennial heavyweights, Terrigal Avoca, visit Fayon Park. We'll be there next week from 1:55 p.m. on Bar TV. On behalf of my close colleague Lucas Holmes, my name's David Redden. Good afternoon from Rose Point Park in Singleton.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club,
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7,
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds,
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery.
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.